While I'm not a relationship counselor, I am certainly not a therapist. But helping my clients cope and manage with their emotions both during and after the divorce is par for the course for every family lawyer. The reality is the best advice I could give a client or a potential client is learn to put things in containers. And that may sound far easier than it is. But when we're focused on the divorce, we need to focus on the tasks at hand, the outcomes that you're trying to reach. And so we need to put the emotion in that container and put a lid on it for a little while so that we could focus on the task. And post-divorce, some people need to talk to someone to unpack the emotion. But remember, legal dollars are expensive dollars, and you don't want to spend your time with your lawyer or your lawyer's team unpacking those emotions. Maybe a divorce coach, maybe a therapist, maybe a trusted friend to just air out what you're feeling, and then focus with your lawyer on the task that you need to complete. Divorce can shake your certainty. You're thinking, why didn't this work? I walked down the aisle, I said I do, and I thought it was going to last forever. And now suddenly I have found myself in a position where I'm restarting. But know that that restarting position is just a fork in the road. It's another opportunity to reset your life and find the things that bring you joy, find the things that are truly meant for you, and rebuild your certainty by grounding in who you are first as a person. And know that divorce happens to so many people, and it doesn't mean that we are flawed. Trusted advisors, who are they? So you have your lawyer. Maybe you have an accountant. Maybe you also have a custody evaluator. Who else might you need on your team? Some people turn to divorce coaches or therapists or other mental health professionals to help them both before, during, and after the divorce. My best advice when a client says to me, I'm onboarding a divorce coach, is remember, we all have distinct education, we have distinct talents, and we all serve different purposes in the litigation. Nothing is more frustrating than when my client comes to me and says, well, today, before we walk in the courtroom, my divorce coach says you should argue XYZ. Well, if your divorce coach has gone to law school and is practicing law, then perhaps they want to offer some advice. But if that isn't the case, allow your lawyer to be your lawyer, your divorce coach to help you with the emotional toll and some practical tips to help you get through the process, and allow the rest of your team to do the discrete tasks that you've hired us for. But don't mix the two. Building your life after divorce. What do I see most in my clients? Some clients need a refresh. Maybe it's a quick trip. It's a trip away with people that are fun, just to sort of reset life and shake off the old and start with a new, fresh approach to life. Other people do a complete change in terms of, their home. Maybe they always lived in a house because their spouse wanted a house, and they always wanted an apartment in the city and to live that fast-paced life. Do the things that are going to bring you joy now. You just came through an arduous process called divorce, and now it's time to stop for a moment, focus on you, focus on your emotional well-being. But I wouldn't be a lawyer if I didn't say brush off your documents, call your estate planning lawyer, get your estate planning work done, and iron out all of the little details left from your divorce, getting deeds signed, transferring accounts. Don't forget those details, check those off, and then go do something that's going to bring you joy. Recovering from divorce sounds like a support group. It isn't, but maybe it is. The emotional toll of divorce doesn't have to be the end of the road. You can partner with professionals that can help you get to the other side, but more importantly, you can become grounded in finding your joy once again in life, in building certainty for all that lies ahead, and know that you went through a process, albeit a process that was difficult. You came out on the other side, you'll be better for it, and you're ready to start your new life.